Well, since I seem to be stuck on VCRs for a moment, it was TV VCRs a couple of weeks ago. I had a, this thing has been here like a year, year and a half. It actually has a remote, and it's a donate, which means the customer just doesn't want it anymore. 1/4-inch spring fell out of unit. Won't reject tape. Code 067, probably the customer's possible TV code. Anyhow, this is a JVC, Japan Victor Corporation, and it is a model HR VP636U. Dual azimuth, DA, forehead, high quality, has the HQ circuitry to enhance the video quality. Active video calibration, probably on record only. Hi-Fi dual quick set, whatever. I mean, they just had to throw stuff. I'm sure, surprised there's not a bunch of acronyms on here. Take a peek, see at the back of it real quick. Yeah, HRVP636U, serial number 21 watts. No date on here, and it does have the cable box remote, so you can control your antiquated cable box. And it is just a standard definition VCR, not a SVHS, which stood for separated video. Yeah, let's get the top off, take a look inside. All right, 3 screws later, and yes, we're in. Now I'm thinking the spring comes from one of these brakes. I think I've done one of these before, where like a little tab breaks off down here. Not seeing it though. Give me a moment. No, I don't think it was there. Huh. This is slightly different than I actually anticipated. Let's go ahead and flip this thing upside down real quick and just see if any plastic parts fall out. I don't see anything. There was a note on the bottom. I didn't even notice that before. Bought at church yard sale, blown fuse, 700 milliamp, 250 volt, 3/4 long, works great. 9 of 01. Well, that's been a couple of days ago, considering it's 9 of 23 right now, so that was 22 years ago. Okay, well, I guess let's zoom in just a bit on the mechanism here, and we'll fire this up and put a tape in it and see what it tries to do or not to do. Okay, I have it plugged in. AC power has not been applied yet, and now it has. And it did do something, so that's a good sign. That tells me the mode select switch is probably okay. And I do have a very dim display that says auto. So let's power this thing on. Now the customer says it does not give the tape back, so I'm curious how he got the tape out of it, because there was no tape in it. All right, tape going in. And I have no loading motor operation at all. And I think the power shut off. Okay, power back on. It tries to do something, but then the loading motor just stops. Interesting. Well, I'm going to say the spring probably came out of the mechanism, because this thing is floppy loose, and it doesn't seem to be making any mechanical engagement with the rest of the unit. Well, let's eject it, power back on. So it does try to load, so that's the loading motor right there, I'm pretty sure. Turn it off and try it again. And it does unload all the way, but then it never, it just stops. Oh, okay, there it goes. It loaded and then it powered down. Weird. And it does not play, it does not take up the tape. So will it give it back? I'm doubting it. Huh, okay, well, I have to manually eject it. What is going on? And it did take the tape up successfully. Although I think I did that. A little bit of grease I'll have to clean off of the tape. Very interesting. Okay, I'm going to pull the carriage out of this unit, which is the tape basket, basically. Okay, I believe I have determined where the spring came from, and it is almost exactly what I thought it was going to be. Let me zoom in on this just a tad. Get this in view for you guys. Okay, so this gear right here is what drives the mechanism in and out. And as you can see, when I turn that, I get motion here, but I believe this is supposed to be driven from the capstan motor. And right there is where the spring used to attach to this little tab. And I think it's supposed to be spring loaded in this direction, so that if I turn this now, look, it turns the whole works, including, you probably can't see it now. Nah, I can't do it. So including the capstan motor. So I think this spring connected underneath over here somewhere. There's a spring there. And then I know I've done this before. I think I have the exact same model with a broken spring, and I did repair it. And so you've got to remove this, the slider right here, and then you can reattach the spring. You just hook it around this portion and reattach it on the bottom. Now I don't think it's too terribly hard to do, and man, it's been a couple of days since I've done one of these, so I'm going to shut the power off just to be safe. And I'll probably speed some of this up. It's got these clips you've got to take off. Man, they're huge. Holy crap. Okay, there's one. Get underneath. And there's two. And then I believe I have to take off the take-up reel table right here. Just lifts off once you've got everything removed. Remove that spring right there. Then I don't know if that comes out or not. I can't remember. It's been too many days ago. So let me zoom out just a tad. Now I think this guy's just got some tabs that lock it into place. And it does. There we go. That's what I was thinking. Oh, that's not the spring I was thinking. Holy crap. This is the spring that goes up underneath. That's why it was so loose. Okay, so I just expanded the spring a little bit, and I'm going to try to put it up underneath here and get it to hook right there. And then it goes back down here, just like that. And so that should work perfectly fine. I've done this before. Now if I can just get this thing to set back in the correct position. The main thing is to make sure that this tab right there goes into this slot right there. All right, that is in. Just got to get the tabs to lock in. And we're definitely missing something. Now I gotta pull it back out. So I'm looking at this groove right here to make sure it lines up with this guy over here. I may have to actually pull that back a little bit. And I think that's what's holding me up. That's gotta go up and under. I don't know why they did it that way, but they did. That goes down there. Perfectly fine. There we go. Just had to get the brake engaged correctly. Okay, that part I believe is repaired. Yep, that's perfect. So what this is going to do is this tab right here, when it loads, it's going to push up and it's going to disengage the carriage loading mechanism. So when it's engaged like that, then the capstan motor drives the carriage in and out to accept or reject the tape. We'll put these guys back on. Just like that. Something doesn't seem right here. Maybe that's where that other spring came from. I think this should be spring loaded. Maybe it goes on the bottom. Oh well, we'll try it. Oh no, you know what? That's this spring. That goes right there. Okay. There we go. That looks better. All right, let's put the carriage back in it, or the cassette basket. Screw this thing down and we'll give it a try. Okay, everything's back together. Let's power this thing on. See what happens. All right, power has been applied. Let's go ahead and pop a tape into it and see if it tries to take it at this point. And no, it does not. Try it again. Maybe it didn't know where it was. Oh, I just had to help it? No, it doesn't seem right. But it does load. And it did shut down. Eject. Okay, well that spring's got to be something in the mechanism, because, well, that time it worked fine, and it's setting down completely. And it shows it's playing. It's spilling the tape though. It is spilling the tape. All right, well that's going to require a little bit more work to figure out why it is spilling the tape. Doggone it. So we know the capstan is running because it's spilling the tape here. So why is the take-up not turning? Because there must be that spring that came out. That's got to be the problem. The spring came off. So is it, this shouldn't be spring loaded. You probably can't see it down here, but this is the swing idler right there that swings back and forth to either engage the take-up or the supply, depending on the direction that the mechanism is asking. Yeah, okay, one moment while I think about this. Well, do you ever stop and think about, how did I get this far in life being such a dumb arse? That's me. There's the problem. This has got to go on last. I put it on first. Order of operation. So, try to get this off again. Please cooperate. There we go. And yep, retainers are off. Slide that up and out. Now this guy goes on. Oh, there we go. Look at that. It's engaging. That was the problem. It was not engaging the roller previously. Okay, what is problem? Okay, there we go. Snap those guys back on. All the way, please. Nope. Okay, there we go. It snapped out of position. Oh, look at that. Okay, they both turn now. All right, let's put this thing back together once again. Okay, power has been applied. We are reassembled. Power on. And I do see the reel table turning here, which is a good sign. It appears to be playing the tape. Okay. So, let me get a capture device and see if we have actual video. And it's been playing for at least 10 seconds. So that tells me the reel rotation sensor is working in this unit. I still don't know where that spring came from. That kind of bugs me. Oh shoot. Okay, hang on. I don't know which is in and out. Okay, out's on that side. All right, here we go. Left, right, video. And capture device starting in 3, 2, 1, capture. And it shows it is recording. Very good. So there is the tape actually playing back. It looks fairly decent for a VHS tape. Look at the gas prices, $1.46. Holy crap. And I think this is in Nevada. My mom took a trip to Nevada in the late 90s, I believe. This is her tape that was dubbed from 8mm over to VHS. And it looks like it's playing fine. Let's stop this, eject it, and see if it will give it back. And it does perfectly. Will it play an SLP tape? Wow, soft touch door, nice. Video calibration. And it looks perfect. Wow, it actually looks really good for an SLP tape. I can't believe it.
Hey, check it out. Wow, they're looking at Nemo.
Okay, well, I think that's going to do it. I don't know where the spring came from, but it appears to be not really necessary to make this thing work. Checking to see if there's a dimple in the pinch roller, because sometimes somebody will leave a tape in the unit for an extraordinarily long amount of time in the play position, and the pinch roller will actually dimple. But it looks like it's working fine. Another one saved for the recycle bin. I think I'm going to put this one up for sale. I'm not quite sure where, but it appears to work perfectly. I do have the remote with it, although I don't know if it has any batteries. It does actually have batteries. Good until May of 2028. Wow. Okay, interesting. Well, let's try the remote. Stop. Remote does not work. And yes, remote does not work, unfortunately. Well, maybe their batteries are dead in the remote. Okay, let me check them. We'll find out. Hang on.
Your mother-in-law.
But wait, the DVDs also include 4 bonus episodes and never-before-seen outtakes.
My name is Amber, and
Okay, checking batteries. First battery,
You'll also get
0.196. A little bit short on the task. Second battery, 0.164. Well, let's grab a couple batteries and see if it makes any kind of a difference. All right, well, I've got a couple of triple nipple A batteries. Pop those in. Battery door going back on. Let's try stop. Oh, look at that. It actually works now. Play. And can we get into some kind of a menu? Well, we have a display button. It doesn't seem to do anything. Oh, on screen. Let's press on screen and still nothing happens. But pause works. That's interesting.
Love me, shoo-shoo. Getting fussy.
Program.
Wow, wow.
There we go.
Want your bottle?
Program set, function, tuner, custom, video calibration. Okay, well, I'm going to say the remote actually works with this thing. I don't know why, unless display is not on-screen display, but the on-screen button should do something, and it does not. I'm pressing the on-screen button here and nothing happens. But nevertheless, it works. You can stop and play, which is what this thing's going to be used for. And I'm actually quite satisfied with the video quality on an SLP tape. Very smooth and quite a bit of detail. I'm very surprised how good the video quality is on this. Maybe I'll save this one for copying tapes over to, well, USB basically. I've had customers send me tapes they want copied over to USB. And I think this might be a good candidate for that just based on the SLP video quality. It does look quite nice. Anyhow, hope you enjoyed the video on where'd the spring come from. I don't know, but it works perfect without it. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to add this one to my shelf to keep it in reserve just because of how good the quality is in SLP. Once again, quite impressed. I certainly hope you enjoyed the video on the, what is it, a JVC HR VP636U VHS VCR, and it is hi-fi stereo, so that's a bonus. Yeah, that's it. Everyone, thank you. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video. It really does help my channel grow. And once again, really appreciate your comments, your views, your support on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X at NorCal715. Go and leave me a question, a comment. I try to respond when I have time, which hasn't been very often lately, but yes, try when I can. Thank you for watching, everyone. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Little bonus material. Thought I would check fast forward and rewind. Just make sure that works because I have not tested that yet. So tape going in, and it should start to autoplay. Stop. Rewind. I know it's really hard to see under this cover, but it's going into high speed. Perfect. So stop. Did stop on a dime. Fast forward. Now this is going to tell me if the supply and the take-up brakes are working correctly. Wow, that thing is moving. Stop. Yep, working perfect. Normally if there's a brake issue, it'll spill tape all over here. Alright, give it back. Thank you very much. Alright, appreciate the views, the comments once again. Everyone have a great day. Bye-bye.